the Bengali vote bank, they didn't like the politicization of the religion. The BJP could not become the Bengalis party. First of all, you have to be Roman when you are in Rome. So the BJP tried to implement the North India or whole pan-India, pan-BJP strategy in Bengal.
Hello and welcome to the Indian Express. The contrasting visuals that are playing out in front of you of the BJP office in Kolkata and the Trinamool party workers celebrating across the city of Calcutta says the story of the Lok Sabha elections 2024 results in Bengal. And I have with me Jayanta Ghoshal, a political expert on Bengal, who has been writing about Bengal for the past 40 years to decode these results. Firstly, let's delve straight away into the numbers. 12 for BJP, 29 for Trinamool, and 1 for Congress. How do you see this?
Actually, when we analyze the post poll results, always we have a tendency to fix one main reason for the victory or the defeat. But I always think the perspective should be the first tool of analysis should be on this premises that it happens for several reasons. I mean, it's like a mixed platter. A lot of foods are there. I mean, a lot of reasons are there. It's not a singular reason-driven analysis. It should be multi-factors. We should analyze the multi-factors. Number one, at the outset, we should accept the fact that BJP is a major success story in West Bengal. Because in West Bengal, BJP was completely zero. And now they have 77 MLAs and they are the main opposition force. So historically, I remember that BJP got 2 seats in Calcutta Corporation, 2 councillors, and they celebrated. And there was a victory celebration, and Advani ji was there in Delhi, and he issued a statement that BJP khata khula hai, Paschim Bengal. So that was the time when BJP was nothing. And once Atal Bihari Vajpayee also expressed, his dissatisfaction to me. I took an interview, and we are going to Calcutta BJP National Executive meeting through Kalka Mail, and Vajpayee said that I was the secretary of Shama Prasad Mukherjee, and Dr. Saab ka secretary tha, Bengal mein hum log kuch nahi kar paye. So at the outset, we should understand that it's a success story of BJP, no doubt of it. But BJP lost the plot in 2021 also. And BJP got 18 seats in 2019. So what happened this time when BJP's expectation was high? I'm not discussing about the exit poll, because exit poll analysis, it failed and everybody discussed. But the main reasons behind this success of Trinamool and the setback of BJP's expectation. I mean, because BJP's number has been decreased from 80. So what is the main reason? That number one, the BJP could not become the Bengalis party. First of all, you have to be Roman when you are in Rome. So the BJP tried to implement the North India or whole pan-BJP strategy in Bengal. But every state has its own criteria, characteristics, and your strategy should be on the basis of that psychology of Bengalis. And even this Ram Mandir issue, I'm not discussing why it didn't take place in Ajodhya also. But in Bengal, Dakshineshwar Mandir and Kalighat, it is more important than Ajodhya. Because that doesn't mean that Bengalis are anti-Ram. Ramakrishna Paramahamsa also used to worship Raghuvir and Ramchandra in Kathamrita. Everywhere Ramchandra is there. But the Bengali psyche, it's more pluralistic religion, and it's not hardcore hawk Hindutva line. Even Vivekananda, Prime Minister used Vivekananda's philosophy, quotations. Even he visited Vivekananda's birthplace. But the Ramakrishna Vivekananda's Hinduism and BJP's political Hindutva is a completely two different thing. If one Bengali can be Hindu, being an atheist also. An atheist, and you can be Marxist, but you are Hindu in Bengali. There is no conflict. So it's a more pluralistic, more inclusivist, more tolerant, and it is the approach to the other minorities also in Bengal. It's a more fascinating, because Bengalis are not that caste driven also. Communalism and casteism, it doesn't work here. Although for several years, Motua community has become a vote bank. That is the only exception. Otherwise, Bengalis, OBC, Bengali Dalits, Bengali, this segmentation politics, what BJP also did, but BJP failed in UP also. But caste factor in UP, caste factor in Bihar, still it is very, dominant. But in Bengal, that didn't take place. Although Amit Shah visited the Dalits house in Bengal also, OBC. So this is number one. Number two, BJP doesn't have the organizational capability in Bengal, what they have in UP or even Madhya Pradesh, because they're organizationally weak. Narendra Modi has a strong brand equity, but that brand equity, you have to communicate to the remote places. And Mamata Banerjee, you don't know because it is not highly publicized, because Abhishek Banerjee, he does it. Each and every village, through agency. Actually, what BJP does in other states, TMC does it is in Bengal. They have also IT cell. They have Abhishek Banerjee. He does surveys not only by this IPAC. Everybody knows that IPAC is working, but they have 2-3 other organizations, private organizations they hire, and lot of surveys. I mean, a 1 week survey, 1 month survey. One incident occurred like Sandeshkhali. Immediately they did a survey, and they have done sting operation on Sandeshkhali. So these are the politics. Actually, we are accustomed that BJP can do these things, but TMC also did this thing as a tit for tat politics. So there are several other reasons also, but these are the main reason that BJP lost the plot.
Thank you, Jayanta, for breaking down the cultural ethos of Bengal and how things work here for our pan-Indian audience. Now, I just want to, probe further and figure out the region-wise of Bengal. It was in the past few years, it was established that the north of Bengal is where BJP is stronger, and South Bengal is where Trinamool is stronger. But this time we see, TMC has, in a way, made inroads in North Bengal, right? Because it won Kuch Bihar, where Nishit Pramanik lost. So do you think that is some story that is unfolding there? What do you have to say about that?
Yes, very interesting question indeed. Because, 2 things I will mention. One is this CAA. It has become counterproductive. And Nishit was the Home Minister state, and he campaigned, this citizenship issue, and especially in the border area of Bangladesh. But Mamata Banerjee's campaign was based on the anxiety and the scared mind of Muslim. And the Muslim community, thanks to CA, it has become more consolidated. BJP could not consolidate the Hindu vote of Bengal. As I discussed, that Bengali Hindus are different from the UP Hindu. And it is very difficult to consolidate vote bank, Hindu vote bank in Bengal. It's very difficult. But in Muslim, 30% Muslim vote bank become consolidated because they're scared. Mamata Banerjee was saying that for this CA and NRC, the consequence of CA, you have to go to Pakistan. You have to go to Bangladesh if you vote BJP. So this anxiety and the sense of insecurity, and Nishit was in favor of separate North Bengal also. But this time, BJP dropped that idea because BJP thought if we continue this separate North Bengal, Kantapuri, Rajbangshi, then it will disturb the South Bengal vote. What happened in last 2021 election. So they corrected that position, and that's why they didn't give nomination to the sitting MP for this separate statehood rejection. They didn't give their own party sitting MP because he was the campaigner of that separate statehood. And Nishit was also in favor of that separate autonomy and the statehood. So they campaigned that this time BJP and Anant Maharaj, Nishit nominated him in Rajya Sabha. He was the main person behind the scene. And Anand Maharaj was completely upset. And Anand Maharaj said that BJP is not following the separate statehood. And that's why he started criticism. And the self-acclaimed Maharaja of North Bengal, this Anand Maharaj, became hostile. So the people of North Bengal thought that BJP is not doing the justice for them. So it's a very complicated and peculiar situation.
And another area where BJP had made strong inroads is also the Jungle Mahal region, which has a very interesting story happening this year. In 2019, BJP won Jhargram, Bankura, Bishnupur, and Purulia, but this time it could only retain Bishnupur, with Soumitra Khan narrowly defeating his estranged wife Sujata Mondal by as little as 5,557 votes. And also it retained Purulia, where incumbent MP Jyotirmoy Singh Mahato defeated Shantiram Mahato. So what is the story here? What is happening in the tribal dominated Jungle Mahal region of Bengal?
No, actually, in this Jungle Mahal tribal area, this Mamata Banerjee's political populism, it worked. Because, how many times she visited Jungle Mahal, it is amusing. Because, you have to go 24/7 politics. You have to establish your leadership through that connectivity. I told you that BJP doesn't have that organizational capacity, and TMC has. So TMC, this tribal vote, earlier it was a backward vote, it was a class vote. But this time, this tribal identity politics also, Mamata played very well. And Jungle Mahal development, there is a area called Jhargram. And from Jhargram to remote villages and the forest area also, they have done roads, schools. Even BJP is saying that dole politics is the reason behind this success. But you know that this dole actually now BJP is saying that it's a political tactics to get the tribal vote, to get the poor vote. But Amartya Sen also supported this sort of political populism. In fact, Narendra Modi is also doing the same thing in North India, because it's a 100 days walk. This 100 days work, what it is? You have to explore the work to give this 100 rupees. So, because you know, this is Narendra Modi has not taken the Thatcherian economic reform in his last 10 years. Rather, he has followed what Sonia Gandhi's style of populism and social welfareism. So, in tribal area, that is the main issue. And there is a lot of leadership crisis, conflict. And in TMC also, that conflict is there. BJP also, smaller existence, but there is a lot of quarrels and this thing. But Mamata's political welfareism, that actually neutralized that individual conflict politics. And that gave the result.
Also, now let's get into the vote share. TMC's vote share climbed from 43 to 45.76. So, I mean, where was this coming from? Is it like mostly the Muslim vote that is traditionally that goes to Mamata, or do you think that where has this increase been? If you could, like, make
it is very difficult to I mean dissect the percentage of vote. I mean, because we have to go more in-depth studies. But I mean, for my experience, I am subject to correction, that last time those votes went to CPM and the other party, even BJP, because I told you that Muslim vote, now it has become en bloc to TMC. Like there is a Hindu vote, people thought that this Ramakrishna Mission, Sevasram Sangha, and the politics of Sadhu and Kanyakumari ka visit, it will consolidate the Hindu vote. But I have seen the Bengali vote bank, they didn't like the politicization of the religion. So it became the other way around. I mean, the politics of Sadhu, Bengalis, they don't like. Sadhu, because if you follow the social media, that time, then it is very easy to understand that what Mamata Banerjee said on Sevasram Sangha or Sadhu, that a lot of people may not like. But when BJP started campaign, even on Prime Minister level, कि Ramakrishna Mission, Sevasram Sangha और ISKCON को भी छोड़ता नहीं है, so that means it is also very clear, if Prime Minister kept mum on this issue, I don't know that how Bengali could react. But when you are giving the antithesis to that catharsis of Mamata Banerjee's self-styled statements on sadhus and these things. So, I think sometimes the strategy should be more covert. BJP's overt approach, Mamata became more victim, and Mamata's team started campaign that Delhi, it's more anti-Delhi. There is and Bengalis, I feel, for last 40 years I'm covering Bengal, that there is an element of radicalism in the Bengali DNA. There is an element of anti-Delhi mindset. Raj Kapoor's movie was there, that Delhi Thug aa raha hai. And there is a major posters were there. And Nehru came here. He was a very strong sense of humor. And he was watching all the posters. And Bidan Rai was there. He asked that Delhi ka Thug coming soon. Delhi ka thug aa raha hai. And from airport, I am watching this posters. I hope it is not for me. So this is a sense of humor he had. So those sense of humor also nowadays missing. So, but that shows that there is an element of, we like Netaji Subhash Bose, Delhi chalo. So we have some, so Delhi has to be more Bengalis. You have to touch the Bengali DNA. Vishnukant Shastri was party president and Advani changed him. Vishnukant Shastri was a scholar and an honest person. RSS, old man, contemporary of Vajpayee Advani ji. And Tapan Sikdar became the party president. He was, the junior to Shastri ji. I asked Advani ji, why you have met Tapan Sikdar? Vishnukant Shastri, he was the teacher of Buddhadev Bhattacharya in Calcutta University. Everybody likes him. He said that बहुत अच्छा है लेकिन शास्त्री है ना सरनेम शास्त्री सरनेम में बंगाल पॉलिटिक्स मुश्किल होता है ये तपन सिकदर बंगाली है so you have to be McDonald's when they come here they did the paneer burger na? So you have to be your the local character you have to adapt and assimilate that BJP could not rather the Bengali leaders to please the Delhi leaders they became more Delhi style in BJP.
Like Loket Chatterjee being
they become more Jai Sri Ram and because and they have become alienated from the Bengali ethos.
Absolutely.
That is the problem. Bengal BJP should get the autonomy for their own strategy.
Talking about Bengali ethos, we come to you about Mamata Banerjee, and you are the domain expert on it. The enduring appeal of Mamata Banerjee for Bengal, which flummoxes rest of India, and how we keep writing her down, and she keeps emerging as this, force to reckon with. If you could break that down for us, I mean, again, people were saying that, this is it, this might be the time when, she loses some sort of significance in Bengal, but yet she emerged. And it's again, we have these headlines saying that, Mamata Banerjee surprises. But why are we repeatedly surprised by Mamata Banerjee?
I think my analysis is on every icon. If you have become icon, the like and dislike may be very strong in your audience. Even on Modi also, there are Modi baiters, there are Modi Vakt. But that Modi Vakt is more, they're stronger and than the anti-Modi force. And this is a phenomenon. Sometimes it descending, sometimes ascending. Mamata Banerjee's popularity and the reach out strategy and the capability against CPM, it was more. Because that time she was opposition leader. And she ousted CPM. Amit Shah told the BJP local leaders inside meeting that you have to behave like the opposition leader Mamata Banerjee to oust the ruling Mamata Banerjee. That tenacity, that dedication, that pro-people. Now you can say that after 10 years, anti-incumbency is a law of nature and BJP is trying to oust her. Even after this defeat also, I know that BJP from tomorrow, they will start the new strategy, new enthusiasm for 2026. That is the BJP's character. It's a good as a party. But Mamata Banerjee's today, even today, in spite of that 13 years ruling chief minister, 7 times she was parliament member. So she is quite senior. She has her own style. If she talks English like Shashi Tharoor, the USP will be less in Bengal. It's like Lalu Prasad Yadav's once upon a time what Laluji was. So that is the natural charisma with her own characteristics. She didn't copy any other political leader. The local leaders, they follow Mamata. That happens with the icon leaders. And Mamata's reach today also how many meetings she has done in Bengal, you cannot imagine, in this summer and in this age. So Abhishek Banerjee can be the micro management strategist, but Mamata's face, Mamata's reach out, Mamata's typical Mamata style, and people think that she is a spontaneous leader. She has spontaneity. She never gives speech seeing anything in the computer or like that. She's a extempore person. So that is a Mamata's USP, and that in this election also it paid.
Another thing that every journalist from Express who covered Bengal, watches for is the fact that welfare scheme of Mamata, especially Lokhir Bhandar, that initiative which benefits women of Bengal, is a roaring success. It is something that, has been a success all across, unanimous success. Do you think that Lokhir Bhandar by itself had the ability to counter a lot of other anti-incumbency, a lot of other things that people
Yeah, it's correct. I don't disagree with you. I don't disagree. But the perspective should be very clear, because the anti-incumbency, the reasons behind this anti-incumbency, those factors are still there. The fault lines, I call. I mean, the Shahjahan, Sandeshkhali, and the after 10 years, the corruption issue, the education, all these factors, if I say that these factors are completely wrong and everything is now proved after this mandate, that those factors are non-existent, then it will be oversimplification to understand that situation. All these factors are there. But again, I started with this mixed platter theory, that in spite of these things, in spite of these several factors, this political populism and the dole, these things, it works. And I'm telling you, the latest social media campaign, the BJP is saying that the Mamata Banerjee making the Bengali people beggars. This is not the proper economic growth. The Renaissance city, we are dreaming the Renaissance city, but not giving dole to the beggars like Lakshmi Bhandar. And the counter reaction in the social media, the reaction is that try to respect the opinion of the majority. Don't ridicule us as beggars. We are beggars, but don't disrespect the beggars, because we are the beneficiaries. We are taking it for our economic prosperity. So we are taking the Shastro Sati card for the medical service. So don't ridicule us and give respect to the majority's opinion. So this is the allegation and the counter allegation. Still, it is on today. So I think this is the Mamata's perspective, that we are doing it. It's a more class approach of the Marxist, the downtrodden, have not, when this hard reform cannot resolve this. And now it is a transition time. Now, before that industrial growth, industrial development, we should give these poor people this dole, so that they can match with this higher income growth people.
One last question, and you had mentioned it earlier too, but I just want to focus on it a bit briefly. Sandeshkhali, we all thought that this is. Do you think the pan-India journalists thought Sandeshkhali was bigger than it was? What was the case? Because it really clearly didn't have any bearings in Boshirhat, where the constituency where it is, because Trinamool won it. So and Rekha Patra lost. So what
you see, I never thought, because I visited the place, I know the place. I never thought this number. That is a different story. That TMC's, huge victory. If I say that it was expected for me, then it will be lying. I never expected this number. I thought that BJP may gain also, but I never thought this number. But in Sandeshkhali, I knew that Rekha Patra will not, she will not win. Although Prime Minister called her, said, Ma Durga ki Angsh hai. And what Prime Minister did, that's also very interesting, because Prime Minister is a general of the army. And for it, Rekha Patra, first time I have seen the Rekha Patra is giving a speech in Bengali and Prime Minister is listening on the stage. So this is, if you do the justice to Prime Minister, that it is good, because the leader of the party is giving importance to that lady and trying to explore the leadership quality also to Rekha Patra, to counter, because Rekha Patra is woman, Rekha Patra is poor, Rekha Patra is a victim, and she is a representative of the victim woman of that area. And there is a BJP's polarization politics was there, because it's the anti-Shahjahan, and Shahjahan is there. But you know, it's a dominated Muslim, 60% Muslim were there. And BJP tried to break the Muslim party, Muslim vote bank, because Shahjahan's anti-group was also there. Anti-Shahjahan Muslim leaders of Sandeshkhali. What Mamata did, that is the intelligent way. Mamata nominated one candidate, not lady. She could have put another woman, like Lockett, Mamata gave, Rachana. That formula she didn't use here. Mamata and Abhishek, I should mention the name of the Abhishek also, because his nomination process was also, Abhishek's role was also there. And why she chose Nurul? Nurul was also anti-Shahjahan, local leader. And Nurul was a consistent old hand of Mamata Banerjee. Nurul, popularly known as an honest person, but very hawk Muslim. He's a hardliner Muslim. And so in Bengali we call kata diye kata tola. I mean, how you will translate, you can translate. I mean, to use Nurul to counter BJP's polarization politics, and 60% Muslim vote, and this woman issue, that atrocity, and this sting operation also neutralized the BJP's campaign. And you know, what Abhishek did, there was a 2 hours sting operation with the BJP leaders, but they shown it first only half an hour. Then they kept it. And then after a few days, they leaked 15 minutes. So BJP understood that they have a lot of this footage, and they also changed the strategy, and they became, they changed the strategy, and they were not that aggressive on Sandeshkhali. They removed to the Ramakrishna Mission issue and the other issue. So this is the strategy and the counter narratives. It's a very interesting political laboratory, Sandeshkhali. BJP tried to make it Nandigram.
Yes.
What Mamata did with the Nandigram, BJP thought that it is not only Sandeshkhali, it will work for the whole state. Sandeshkhali, if we win or doesn't win, that's not issue, but the whole state will be. But that didn't take place. For that sting operation, mainly completely non-starter. It became non-starter.
As you said, unfortunately for BJP, Sandeshkhali didn't turn out to be Nandigram. So the mystery of the Bengal verdict, we tried to decode it with Jayanta Ghoshal, a political expert on Bengal, who has been writing about Bengal for the past 40 years. Thank you, Jayanta, for joining us for this discussion. For our viewers, keep on watching the Indian Express YouTube channel and do subscribe to us. Thank you.